Key steps in forensics.
Importing and analyzing.
Importing from sources.
Autopsy is one of the forensic tools supports various types of data sources. Physical drive. Disk image or VM file, a file or set of files, that is a byte-for-byte copy of a hard drive or media card, or a virtual machine image. Local disk, local storage device, local drive, USB attached drive, etc.
Logical files, local files or folders.
Unallocated space image files, any type of file that does not contain a file system but you want to run through ingest.
Autopsy logical imager results, the results from running the logical imager.
XRY text export, the results from exporting text files from XRY.
Adding from a data source.
Because there is a reference to the data source in the instance, it must be available throughout the analysis. The data source is not copied into the case folder, no matter the kind of data source.
Disk image.
Raw single, raw split, and case, virtual machines.
Local disk.
Without initially creating an image copy of the disk, Autopsy may examine a local disk. When using a write blocker to analyze a USB attached device, this is most helpful. It should be noted that Autopsy will not recognize newly inserted files if you are studying a local disk that is being updated. To access all devices, Autopsy must be operating as an administrator. During analysis, it is possible to create a VHD clone of the local disk. You may use Windows to load this VHD or Autopsy to analyze it. The case database can also be updated to point to this newly produced file's image location. You can access the case data properly even after the local disk has been removed if you choose this option. It should be noted that in order to create the whole image copy, at least one ingest module must operate properly.
Logical file.
On your local computer or on a shared drive, you may have files and folders without turning them into a disk image. If all you have to evaluate is a group of files, then this is helpful. Because these might be the timestamps from when the files were transferred onto your examination device, Autopsy ignores the timestamps on files that it adds in this way. If you opt to include the contents of a USB attached device that you are evaluating using this approach, keep in mind that it will not examine any free space or deleted items. Only the assigned files will be visible to Autopsy. To evaluate the free space, you should add the device as a logical drive.
Unallocated space image file.
To add image files with no allotted space. From the list of data source types, select Unallocated space image file. Browse to the file. Decide if you want to divide the image into pieces. It is possible that keywords or carved files that transcend chunk borders will be missed if the picture is broken up, but doing so will improve speed because the chunks can be examined in parallel.
Analyzing the data.
It often involves the tracking and analysis of data traveling via a network that focuses on mobile devices, PCs, servers, and other storage devices. Decryption and reverse engineering are only two of the many methods used by investigators. Some investigators make a distinction between volatile data, which lives in registry, cache, and RAM and will be erased when the computer is shut down, and permanent data, which is saved on a disk. Among the main goals are attribution and illumination of the whole assault route.